All right, everybody. So here I am again. Yes, I know. It's been a little while since I've been on YouTube, but it's a new year, new me. So I figure why not do an Ask Me Anything? You guys, literally any kind of questions you can imagine, any kind of questions that you might have. Well, I'm more than happy to answer them. So go ahead and bring those questions my way. And if it sounds like I'm a little bit out of breath, that is simply because, well, I was just playing with my dog, and she is a she is a fast one. That's all I can say. She is a fast little puppy. All right. All right, let's see here. And I am live and good, so we should be good to go. Fan freaking tastic. All right. Alrighty. Let's see here. So yeah, literally anybody anywhere who has any questions for me. I remember last time it took between 5 and 10 minutes for anybody to show up into the chat. So any questions you guys might have regarding film, theater, literally anything and everything under the sun, if you guys have a question for it, feel free to ask me. It's perfectly fine, because honestly at this point I am I'm on a little bit of a high right now. Just got done playing with my dog. So if you guys have any questions whatsoever, feel free to hit me up. What questions do you got? All right. And yeah, brought to you by Generic Water. Honestly, at this point in my life, I don't think there's any way I could get a sponsorship, even with Generic Water. And there's 3 people watching right now, which that is kudos to you 3. That's fantastic. So how is everybody doing? All right, let's see here. Lillian, Violet Rose, and Christian Knight. First of all, hello, Christian Knight and Lily. If you could play a female character, who would it be? Oh, okay. So I guess we can do this in because I am a big fan of television, video games, film, theater. Like I guess I can go across the spectrum. In terms of female characters for film, I would honestly, I think I wouldn't mind playing Harley Quinn for in terms of a female role for film. For television, dang, for television, I would probably say Beth Hartman would Beth Harmon would probably be one. I know that, first of all, Queen's Gambit, by far my favorite show that came out of last year. Beth Harmon, I know that. Anya Taylor-Joy, I could never do as good of a job as she did, but that is a role I would love to play if it was turned into like a stage production or something. In terms of a musical for female characters, I would like to in terms of a musical, let's see here. Honestly, I'll get back to you on that one, because that's actually a really good question. In terms of female character for video games, I mean, I've told my friends this over and over. If the whole pandemic wasn't a thing that was happening this year, I more than likely would have done a gender bent version of Ellie from The Last of Us as my Halloween costume or Last of Us 2 this year, because literally Ellie is one of my all-time favorite female characters. So Lillian, I hope that answers your question. So what do we got? And Hector Gonzalez, great to hear from you, man. I'm doing well. I'm just I'm pretty tired, as with most things, but I've had a chance to take a little bit of a break from all the stuff I have going on. So, what is your favorite brand of pants? Oh, hey Catherine, how are you doing? I'm gonna say Wranglers are really good. That's what I'm gonna say. Christian Knight, what was the best movie you saw in 2020? Oh, that's a good one, because I didn't really see a lot of movies, only because I had my own film projects going on. But I think the best one I saw was probably The Invisible Man. The Invisible Man was by far, in my opinion, I think it might have been the best horror film that came out last year. Although, granted, I don't know where I can say because I didn't see a lot of movies last year. Let's see who'd you. Oh my! If you could be Batman, could you? Well, I guess that's for you to decide, Huji Moral. Let's see here. Hector Gonzalez, you have such an infectious smile. Ah, thank you, Hector. That's very sweet of you. But okay, so first of all, before the questions continue, I just want to ask, how is everybody doing? Because I know 2020 was, oh my goodness, it was horrible. There were a few good points. Granted, there were very, very few good points throughout the entirety of 2020, but 2020 as a whole, not the best year. I think 2020 is like that really, really bizarre uncle that we wish would not be at the family barbecue, but is now gone. So this is a weird analogy. Anyway, so let's see here. Did you see Pixar's Soul? Yes, Pixar's Soul is in my top 3 favorite Pixar films. The original Toy Story is my number 1, and then I think The Incredibles is probably number 2, and then Soul is number 3. All right, let's see here. I'm doing fine. I got sick of the. Oh man, Hector, I'm so sorry, man. Well, the best part is you're doing better now. So that's the. Like I said before, guys. If I seem out of breath, I was just playing with my puppy, and she is just over a year old, so her energy levels are ridiculous right now. All right, my favorite of 2020 is The Way Back. I've heard good things about The Way Back. I didn't have a chance to see it though, but I have a feeling I should probably go check out The Way Back now. Yeah. So I mean, literally, whether people are asking questions or not, I suppose I will keep the live chat up in case people want to ask questions, because it is what it is. I like hanging out with you guys, and I like asking questions, or I like hearing from you guys, and it is what it is. But let's see here. I don't know why, but it doesn't really feel like 2021. Probably because nothing that big has happened yet. Yeah, I mean Christian, you're not wrong. But big things are probably going to happen. I mean, we're still going to be feeling the effects of 2020 all throughout this year, and I don't think, in my opinion, the way I view things, I don't think things are going to go back to quote unquote what we thought of as normal until probably 2022. But that's honestly, that's just my opinion. Let's see here. What's your favorite script you've ever read? Oh, that's a good one. In terms of a play, I think my favorite script as of right now is still Death of a Salesman. And in terms of a libretto, script, I think my favorite musical script is probably The Last 5 Years. But in terms of film scripts, I think my favorite film script that I've read or at least seen is you see, things from Ari Aster are really good, but I gotta say that the script for Lady Bird and the script for the adaptation of Little Women, I thought were fantastic. But if I'm gonna be honest, Marriage Story, as of right now, in terms of the way it's structured and the way it's written, is probably my favorite script that I've read. But yeah, I guess that would answer that question. We definitely have to get used to this for a while now. Oh, you're not wrong. You are not wrong. Huja Moral, when are you going to be on Hearts of New England? Favorite J. Okay. So for those of you who don't know, so there's a guy I met this year. His name is J.R. Fortin, and he has a little series called Hearts of New England. It is gold. Please go check it out. But he's Super cool guy. And it appears all my friends are coming into this chat. Okay. Favorite J.R. Fortin t-shirt. I don't have a J.R. Fortin t-shirt, but I don't know. I mean, I guess I'll just have to wait for JR to contact me or contact my agent. Are we serious? I don't know, but we'll see. Hey Ryan, how's it going? It's been a little while. Harry Queenie. Hey Harry. Which actor have you most enjoyed working with? Ooh, that's a good one. There's a couple. The one that comes to my mind right now is his name is Blake Wright. By far one of my favorite actors. Also one of the most talented actors I think I've ever worked with. And in terms of recently, I would have to say that their names are well, what I will say is their names are Bailey Hall and Connor Hall. First of all, they are two by far. I think they're two of the most talented people I have ever met in my life. And we sort of just not only just the fact that they're super talented, but they're in terms of what they do as actors, it's all their choices are top notch and they always have the right questions. And it's just I would say that Bailey Hall and Connor Hall and Blake Wright are probably my favorite actors who I've worked with in recent memory. So yeah, but Harry, that's a really good question, and it's good to hear from you, man. It's been a little while, but and I can't believe this because I think this is the first time that I actually have people inside of this chat room who are from my home state of, from either my home state of Maine or that I've worked with in Maine or that yeah, it is what it is. Okay, I'm good. Hope you're having a wonderful holiday and happy new year. How have you been? I'm well, like I was saying earlier, Ryan, it's been good. To be honest, from the beginning of 2020 till just within the past couple of days, I've been going about 7 days a week when it comes to projects. So I'm pretty exhausted and my body is, my body is telling me that I need to catch up on sleep. So most of the time I've been sleeping somewhere between 9 and 10 hours a night, which is not usual for me. But yeah, I mean, Ryan, I hope your new year is going well too, man. I hope everything's going well. And Harry, hopefully we get to work on another project very soon. I know that I'm hoping, I'm really hoping. But Ryan, how are you doing? How are you doing? How's everything going with the good old YouTubes? Because as established before, this is my first time being back on YouTube for sort of a, catch up live stream thing in a pretty long time. So let's see here. What's your creative process like when you're writing or preparing for a role? Ooh, Harry, you have my favorite questions. Okay, so in terms of writing, I guess I'll just go with collaborating with somebody. Funny enough, is actually something. So I'll break this up into kind of a couple different categories because me and Connor Hall actually wrote a script for a satirical romantic comedy we're going to be filming later this year. But so I'll go solo and then collaborative. So in terms of solo, I guess my whole writing process is I like to have a general idea of how or an outline of how things are going to go. But when it comes to writing, I like to just get through an entire story and then go back and make edits and then think about the characters and the development and like all that stuff. I like to do that. I like to have that in the forefront of my mind while I'm writing, but it's sort of just a vomit on a page when it comes to getting the thing out there first. And then afterwards it's always revisions and sort of developing things to the best that they can be. I mean, I could probably, in all honesty, I could probably make an hour about the entire writing process about what I do. But if I'm talking about it as I'm collaborating with somebody is a bit easier because I know for me and Connor, we just sort of had the idea for the satirical romantic comedy. It's called Noxious Nuptials. and we just talked about the characters a little bit, but we talked about the story from beginning, middle to end, how we wanted to structure it, and then we got to the characters. It was a thoroughly enjoyable process. And I will say, if there's one thing I have discovered about myself, is I have my own projects and my own things that I like writing. But I think I prefer collaborating and writing a script with somebody, which is something I never thought I would say. Is I think I enjoy collaborating and working on a script with somebody more than I do working on something by myself. Now, in terms of acting, completely different story. If I'm going to be preparing for a role, if I'm either preparing for an audition where I get sides or I don't get sides, I try to create enough character development for said auditions. But let's say I've been cast in a role and I'm preparing for said role for whatever it is, a play, a film, or whatever it is. What I will do is I will go through the script and I will try to figure out as much detail from the script, but then I will do the best that I can to figure out every excruciating detail about that character so that they're pretty much, I know them better than I know myself or my family. So it's like even the simple stuff, the stuff that doesn't appear on stage or on film is stuff that's very, very crucial to me, because although I know that stuff is not going to be apparent to the audience, it will help develop the character and thoroughly flesh them out. And after all those details are together, I fine tune everything in and just work on a daily process of just going over the lines, finding out what the lines mean, finding out what each scene means to the character, how each scene flows into the next, and what each and every single want in every scene of the character is. It's, once again, one of those things where the whole process is something that could be broken down in about an hour, but that is my roundabout way of saying how I prepare for writing and for the roles that I get. It's literally acting. Although I do love writing, I will say that acting is by far, it's the thing I'm the most passionate about. Storytelling in general, actually, is probably the best way of saying it. It's like storytelling is the thing I'm most passionate about. It's the thing I'm pursuing in terms of career, and it's everything to me. So, great question, Harry. All right, when do you think your movie will be finished? Well, funny enough, I was in the middle of getting the next cut of the film made, and the laptop I was using, the motherboard died. So the replacement motherboard should be on its way. Luckily, I have everything backed up, so it's not too much of a big deal. And the hard drive for the laptop itself wasn't even damaged, so everything should be good. I am guessing that the final cut of the film will probably be done around March, maybe mid-March. And then we'll be getting ready to send it into the festival circuit at the beginning of spring. So April/May-ish. So yeah. Okay. So let's see here. Ryan O'Toole. So many videos. Love the grind doing end of the year list. Best 2000 movie decade. Well, good. Good. And for any of you who are in the chat who don't know about Ryan, please go do check out his content. I had the chance to meet Ryan down in Boston before all of the craziness of 2020 happened, and he's a stellar guy. Him and his brother Cody, they got a pretty fantastic team over there, I will say. So yeah, it's like in terms of there is I guess just for the sake of because yeah, here we go. Lightsaber. And the interesting thing about this is on here, it's kind of like, I don't know, bluish, like kind of a teal-ish color or lighter green. The one thing I will say is it does appear to be kind of like the same color that they have in the original Star Wars, in like the Star Wars movies. It's like, it's that shade and that hue and everything. In real life, when it pops out, it's actually a very, very dark green. It doesn't actually look like it does behind the camera lens. All right, let me put that back there. All right, but good questions, everybody. Good questions all around. So, I mean, in terms of, I guess, updating you guys about projects that are going on, obviously, I believe I told you guys before that I was a part of a web series, and that web series is still going on, but because of the state of things in the state of Maine, things have gotten a bit more hectic. So we as a team have elected to postpone the production of our next episode until probably March, or when vaccines start getting passed around, just so we can be safe. We can make sure the cast is safe, the crew is safe. And it's the same thing with Noxious Nuptials. Like we postponed that, and we're probably going to aim for more of an early summer production date for that, because we're just trying to, with everything that's going on right now in the state of Maine, we're just trying to make sure that we're going about it as safely and as cautiously as possible. Because if we don't, we will get into some serious trouble, and none of us want that. So, okay. Well, once again, I hope you guys are all doing well. It honestly sounds like everybody's doing fantastic. Uh, Almost completely empty water bottle. That's a jiffy. Um, yeah. But like I said before, for anybody who may be coming into the chat now, or into the chat later, it's pretty much anything and everything in terms of questions. It doesn't have to be film related, it doesn't have to be creative related. It can be, but it doesn't have to be. Anything and everything that you want to ask. It's perfectly fine. Nothing is off limits. All right, let's see here. Well, I mean, that's probably not true, but here we go. If you were given a budget of $1 billion, Harry, oh, Harry, why would you do this to me? Oh gosh. Well, funny enough, Harry, that's actually interesting, because I actually have a story that I wrote when I was a senior in high school. Like it was a feature film script, and I typed it up. The script itself, when it was handwritten, was about 125 pages, but typed out was about 65. And I gave it to a screenwriting buddy of mine, and we both talked about it, and we both agreed that it's not only a story that should be told, but it's also something that would make more sense as a trilogy as opposed to one singular film. So, and it definitely is one of those things where it would require a very large budget. So, if I was given $1 billion, I would probably say that's what I would do. But then there's also, I would also probably create a production studio so that I could help my friends create their movies. So we all have opportunities to act and to produce and to direct. And so, we have all those opportunities in front of us. So that is the story I would tell, is the like those three films, and then the story of life. That is good question, Harry. That's a monster right there. $1 billion. Wow. I don't think any film's ever been given $1 billion budget. That's crazy. I mean, I know that the fourth Pirates of the Caribbean movie, that was like $320 million, I think. But still, that's nuts. Let's see here. A guilty pleasure of mine is the first Annabelle. Okay. Yep. Okay. I can understand that. And Sam, good for you to check in. But I gotta say, I'm glad you like it. I think the guiltiest of all guilty pleasures for me has to actually be a film that my very good friend introduced me to, and that is the one and only The Room, which honestly, I don't even know if any of us can call it a guilty pleasure, because that movie is just the greatest movie of all time. Don't know why I turned into Borat, but I did. All right. All right. Let's see. Oh, and yeah, and heart and clap. And Huji Moral. Thank you. Thank you for those emojis. I appreciate you. All right, Christian Knight. You have a good night, buddy. I hope you have a good one. And I hope everything is going well. Stay safe, be cautious, and just, enjoy life. Do what you love doing. All right. Let's see here. And Hector Gonzalez, what's your favorite dramatic scene in a movie? Ooh, that's good. Oh, okay. Let's see here. All right. So Hujimoral says, before I go, I'll get to you in a sec, Hector, but Hujimoral is a good friend of mine, and I'm actually really curious what they are going to say. Should I stay or should I go? But okay, in terms of dramatic scene, I gotta say, any dramatic scene between between Hugh Jackman and Jake Gyllenhaal in Prisoners is those scenes for me. Like, there's still not a lot of films that can top those. They're just so good. Oh gosh, dang it. Okay, so for all of you who don't know, what Hujimoral is asking is one of my professors at the college I graduated from. He has a very particular set of mannerisms, and my friends apparently love my impersonation of him. So I'm just gonna do it. Okay, give me a sec. Let me put my glasses on. Gotta get into mode. All right, here we go. Let me just oh man, do I have a watch? Not in this room. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. So all right, here we go. And 3, 2, 1. So, Hujimoral, tell me, how was your homework assignment this week? I mean, I don't know if you've recognized this, but I have a list of international films that I would love for you to watch. By the way, I you probably don't know what their name is, but it is what it is. All right, that's gonna be it. That's gonna be it before my instructor gets on here and literally pimp slaps me. Which I'm not gonna lie, I would not be surprised. Anyway, so I'm done being the librarian, and I'm just back to being me. All right, so there you go, Hujimoral. I hope that was very, very pleasing to your eyeballs. Anyway, so once again, I can't believe you had me do that. Cheese and crow. Of course, I admit I very much did it willingly. Can you do your Dennis before I go? Can you do your Dennis? You asked it twice. Okay. All right. So for all of you, I hope you're doing well. No, you just wait. But anyway, I gotta ask all of you, what has been your favorite part of let's see here. That was very pleasing. Thank you, Cody. You are very welcome. Favorite movie song? Oh, Let It Go. No. In terms of a movie song, I'm gonna go with well, right back at you, Harry. Have a happy new year, man. I hope we get to see each other soon. But I'm gonna go with something I saw recently because I never got a chance to see the actual show on Broadway, but the film adaptation of The Prom was released onto Netflix. And I'm not gonna lie, the song Love Thy Neighbor, that's sung by Andrew Rannells, who's one of my all-time favorite actors. I love that guy. But it's up there. Like, it is up there. It's just, in my opinion, it's just not only fun, but it's hysterical, and it's so energetic. It's just, guys, it's a good song. In fact, I mean, if you're not a fan of like musicals or movie musicals, I don't know if I could recommend the film on Netflix to you. But me, being the person that I am, being the Broadway fanatic I am, honestly, it's one of those things where, it just is what it is. Yeah. But that, Hector Gonzalez, is my all-time favorite musical theater song. Or not musical theater, movie song. As of right now, is my favorite movie song. If we're gonna go away, from like movie musicals, then I'm gonna have to say Shallow. I know that's kind of a cliche answer because it was such a big hit when it came out, and A Star Is Born was a hit when it came out, but it is what it is. All right, let's see here. And yeah, so if you guys are doing well, I hope that but yeah, if you guys have any more questions, please let me know. But yeah, it's Shao was amazing. No, you're absolutely right. And I honestly, we could probably have a full on like discussion about A Star Is Born, which one of my friends jokes because when it comes, you guys need to know this about me. When it comes to me going out and watching movies with my friends or just watching movies in general, I am the sappiest person. I will literally, if a slightly emotional scene comes up, I will like sobbing. Let's see here. Jojo Rabbit, I was sobbing. A Star Is Born, I was sobbing. Lady Bird, I sobbed. It's like Little Women, I sobbed when I saw it like 4 different times. I'm not gonna lie. I am when it comes to watching movies, I cry very, very, very easily. But it is what it is. And I love the fact that at the beginning of this, I told you guys, hey, you can ask me anything, and literally, it is just divulged into you guys all asking me movie questions. But I guess that's my own fault because that is in essence what my channel was for. I guess it still kind of is. Gosh dang it. But yeah, I mean, we're at the 32-minute mark now. So if you guys still have questions, please let me know. Please put them right there in the chat log and we'll get or I'll get to them. I will get to them. Down, 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 down. All right. All right. But I hope you guys have all had a really fantastic new year and that your parties have been safe and that you've all celebrated responsibly and that everything is just it's all just going well. That is my hope above all. What's a meal from a movie you'd like to try? Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one. A meal from literally okay. This is such a cop out. This is such a cop out, but literally everything in the movie. What is going on with my hair here? But literally everything, everything in the movie Ratatouille, I want to try. Everything that is made in that restaurant, I want to try all that food because it just all of it just looks so amazing and so good. And and also Ratatouille just fantastic. Fantastic. It's just so good. Such a good Pixar movie. And Ratatouille's got to be I would have to say in my top 5 in terms of Pixar films. But yeah, let's see here. We got 3 spectators right now, and that is kudos to all of you who are sticking around and asking all those questions and who are just watching as I literally sit here with a microphone and oh, that did not sound good in my ears. I should not have done that, but it is what it is. But yeah, kudos to all of you who are sticking around. It means a lot. And like I said before, I haven't been on YouTube in a while, but whenever I do, I tend to enjoy it because although I didn't have the greatest experience on YouTube at certain points, I will say that some parts of the community. I know I met one of my really great friends, Zach Pope, on here, and I've met a few other just truly phenomenal people that I would never want to give up for the world. It's just this community has its ups and downs, and I mean 2016 to 2019, it was a good 3-year stretch. But yeah, awkward silence. It just got so quiet. I don't know. Are we turning this into an? Nope. not an ASMR. That's not what we're gonna do here. That is not what I'm about. I actually ASMR is. I'm not gonna lie. I don't get what the appeal is. I really really don't. I find it tacky. I find it weird. I find it very very strange. I'm not exactly sure why people are into that kind of thing. Anyways, but yeah, if you guys I'd say let's go for another 10 minutes. Any more questions that you guys might have, just put them right here in the chat and I'll get to them. Oh, and Lillian Violet Rose is back. So which Batman would you be? I would Oh, that's a good one. Honestly, realistically, I know it hasn't come out yet, but I would out of the Batmans that have come out, I would like to be the Christian Bale Batman, but the Robert Pattinson Batman and Bruce Wayne, that as of right now is, even just without seeing the movie, that's the kind of Batman interpretation I would want to portray. Because I don't know what's going on that film set. I don't know what's happening, but all I'll say is that Batman with Robert Pattinson, it looks dark. It looks fantastic. The cinematography and everything is just completely off the charts. And that interpretation of Batman is the kind of Batman story I would want to tell. So I am not only extremely excited about it, but that is, in a long roundabout way, the Batman I would like to portray. Thank you, Lillian, for asking that question. That's good. That's good. Now here's a question I'll point back to you guys. What Batman would you guys want to play? And the interesting thing is, at the end of the day, when it comes to all this, like me as I guess if I'm going to tell you guys a little bit, just in terms of being an actor, for me, if I was cast in the role of Batman, I would steer clear of watching pretty much any other interpretation, because I'm the kind of person who likes to put my own spin on things. So even though as of right now, I'm saying I would love to be the Robert Pattinson Batman, that's, if I was cast in the role, obviously that would not be the case. Alrighty. And we got 7.5 minutes left to go. So, like I said before, you guys have any last minute questions you want to ask, pop them right in and I'll get to them. But once again, I just got to reiterate that I hope everybody is staying safe. I hope everybody is taking care of themselves. Just I mean, even now it's so important right now that and Kevin Conroy, Lillian, that is a fantastic choice. Right now, especially with like everything that's going on, it's so important to take care of your mental health, and so important to just take care of yourself at your own pace and to do what you need to, so that you feel the best that you possibly can. So yeah, that's what I got to say about that. Okay, I'm going to get off of my soapbox now. This message is over. So take care of yourself. That's all I'm saying. Just do the best that you can. But in our last 7.5 minutes together, what else do you guys want to know? Like I said before at the top of this, and I guess I'll reiterate it now, no holds barred on the questions. You can be as intense as you want to, and I can decide whether I will answer them or not. But it is what it is. Nancy Downs, keep up the quality of work. And thank you, Nancy. Thank you for tuning in. But yeah, literally no holds barred on anything. Anything and everything you guys would like to ask, go for it in the last 5-ish minutes that we've got here. But yeah, in the meantime, if there's no questions being asked, then I guess I will just bring up the lightsaber. Just bring up the lightsaber, and 3, 2, 1. There it is again. I'm not gonna lie though, this is kind of hurting my eyes, so I'm gonna put this down. Alrighty, let's see here. But yeah, it is what it is. But for the two of you that are in the chat, thank you for sticking around. Thank you for continuously watching, because I'm thinking you guys have probably stuck around since like the very, very beginning, and I appreciate that. I appreciate that immensely. But yeah, so thank you. Thank you very much. Let's see here. What else can I talk about? Because I think 45 minutes is a pretty good stretch. Let's see here. But yeah, once again, I hope all of you are staying safe. I hope all of you are taking very good care of yourselves, and I hope that everything is going well for you. Yeah, and who knows? I might come back to YouTube for a little bit to do some videos, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Because at this point, I know that when it comes to YouTube, if I'm going to do videos for YouTube, I would want them to be semi-funny. If not semi-funny, I would want at least to try to put together some sketches to put up on YouTube, because the whole movie reviewing game, I enjoyed my time doing that, but I realize now I definitely enjoy doing more of the writing and creating, and like creating sketches and storytelling and that kind of stuff. I enjoy doing that more than I do talking about movies online, and that honestly, moving forward, that might just be what I do. But I realize that I'll probably want like some people to do it with me. I definitely would not want to make sketches all by myself. I could, but I think it would be much better to just create them with other people so they can become the best quality productions that they can be, with even with just how small they are. Alrighty, and let's see here. We got 3 minutes and 20 seconds. And if there aren't any more questions, this might actually be where I stop it. I know I said I wanted to go to 45. You know what? I'll stick it out. Even if nobody has any more questions, I'll stick it out to the very end. But yeah, needless to say, it's good to see all of you. It's good to see all of you on here, and I'm grateful for each and every single one of you that showed up. And once again, just hope that you're staying safe and that you are taking care of yourself. That's the most important thing, above and beyond everything else. Let's see here. And we have reached the 2.5 minute mark. It is what it is. And 2020 is over. 2021, it has, you know what? 2021 is here, and it's going to be a great year. It's going to be, but yeah, it's not going to be just a great year. It's going to be a phenomenal year, and it is going to, in the grand scheme of things, 2021 will be a much better year than 2021 or 2020, and I certainly hope it's a better year than 2019. How spectacular would that be? Okay, Nancy needs a joke about the weather. Let's see here. What kind of jokes do I have about the weather? Let's see here, because weather jokes definitely are not my specialty, but I can give them a try. I honestly don't know. And I'm gonna say I don't know. Mostly because, Nancy, it is almost 8:30, and I'm getting a bit tired, and I know for a fact I'm definitely copping out. But it's also because in terms of weather-based humor, I don't really have any weather-based jokes, to be perfectly honest, but I do have a fair number of dad jokes that I can without a doubt share. So what do you call a deer with no eyes? No idea. What do you call a fish with no eyes? There's your dad jokes for the day. Jeez, I'm crow. That's all I got. And we're going to be ending this live stream in about 30 seconds. So I hope that you enjoyed those very, very poor attempts at dad humor. But anyway, once again, I just hope everybody is staying safe. I just hope everybody is staying safe. All right, Lillian, this will be your last point. Corrals die due to stress. Okay, what stresses them out? I'm interested. Current. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's really good, Lillian. Good job on that one. That one's actually I'm gonna have to take that. That's fantastic. Well, credit to you. But once again, I hope everybody's doing well. I hope everybody's staying safe and taking good care of yourself. All right, go ahead, get some sleep. I know I'm about to go get some sleep. And yeah, you all have a great night, a safe night. Spend time with your loved ones because that's the most important thing. All right, have a good one.